Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth. Telling you, yeah, the truth, the truth. You have to go back to the roots, the roots. Go to the roots, to the roots. Yeah, man, you know, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, you know, no matter how them try to run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
Subscribe now.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on the midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one in the memory.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afridamus Report. I'm your host, Afridamus. I want to welcome all of you to another edition of the Afridamus Report. And please, if you haven't already liked this video, this stream, make sure you like it, share. And if you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome all of you. I see Mayo Monkey. Yeah, it's been a while. Welcoming AB, Dr. Z, Audrey, and all the people I haven't mentioned. Welcome to the Afridamus Report. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, like the title says, what will you do if the African gods are against your investment? I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, Afridamus, you're just talking crazy again. You know, what do you mean by the African gods? Because I've heard some of the quote unquote pro-blacks or the, Pan-Africans, sometimes like they would come online and start talking about, African spirituality. And when you ask people, when you say African spirituality, can you point to something to me? Which one is it? They cannot. Most of the time, what do? They would, if they are religious, which most Africans generally tend to be, either Muslim or Christian. Somehow Africans have to belong to something, right? And there has to be a mysterious, divine, hidden hand that no one can explain, even though other people are like, no, hold up, like other people they are following are like, we figured this out. Now, the jig is up. Let's just, focus on what is real. But no, people, they would say, they would say some things like, in like 1804, the Haitians kicked the French ass because they use, some African power. How do you know? So every time there's like an effort, if you notice, when it comes to progress, an African person has to attribute it to some hidden hands. Like praise has to go to someone. And you will see that in today's segment. So when you say African spirituality, do you even understand what you're suggesting? When you say taboos, when you say cultures, because some of you like to, you know, come up with that. And to me, the way I have understood this, the way I've been seeing it, is other humans, people coming up with things out of the blue, things that maybe at one point when people were ignorant, people didn't know what was going on, is village level. You have certain traditions, certain communities where a group have been elevated to say, okay, we are the owners of this place. We communicate with the gods, like they would say. So for generations, people believed in this, right? Even when I was growing up, I knew like some traditions they were talking about, but I have like I debunked all of that, And for a while I knew, it's a bunch of BS. But hey, if people want to believe in it, let them. But now, if people in a community believe in some of these traditions that promote poverty, because that's what it is, none of you, in fact, today, later on, I'm going to open up the line. I would want anyone to come up here and present their African taboo, tradition, culture that you can point and say, look, this is progressive. This is help improve African people's life. You know, I'm open to having that conversation. But the reason why this topic is very important, I've been talking about people investing in Africa, especially Gambia, um, where you can invest in farming, real estate. To me, those are the big ones for me. But people have been saying, okay, they want to go all over Africa. They want to invest in these places. Now, I want to present to you, some of the things you would come across in some jurisdictions, because the old guard, as I would say, the ones that would say, okay, we are the ones that communicate with the gods. Have you noticed how it's just limited group of people in these communities? They are the custodians of this land. They are the ones that communicate to the gods. Again, like I said, maybe in ancient time when people were ignorant, it worked. But now these people, they don't want to let go of these traditions. You see, they don't want to let go of it because letting go of it is equated to letting go of their power, meaning the people would be free and be able to see. So if their territory, wherever they're controlling, if progress is coming, for instance, somebody wants to build, like, let's say, a factory, you know, sometimes you would see like some of these people out of the blue, they will be like, oh, our gods have communicated to us. This is against, the laws of the land, you see? And you cannot challenge this. It's not like you having a debate with someone. The gods have said it. You have no proof of this, but the gods have said it. So you just got to go by that. And the people making this decision are people who have never built anything. I mean nothing. The lands they are on, they inherited it. They were able to get that land by just simply being born in a family. See, these are some of the things that people don't want to address. You have to look at the condition and see what is right in front of you. So to me, I started looking at it this way. A lot of the poverty you see in Africa, especially in the West, most of it is tied to these cultural belief systems. I remember I lived in a town growing up one time in the Gambia. And somehow, the beauty about Gambia, again, the people own the land, individual families. So you can sell it. When you sell it, the people own it outright. So there was a movie theater in town. And, I loved going to movies. So, most people enjoy movies. But there is like certain group of old school hard knocks who somehow, movies were too modern for them. So that this is why in this day and age, when you find yourself even with certain technologies, you would find out, oh, you've become old because you don't know it, you start reacting in a negative manner. you know um, you pretend like you know what's going on, but you really don't. So these people are against movie theater. I guess movie theater was a new technology for them. And so at the mosque, that's where they would do it. See, this is the confusion with Africans most of the time. Like they would tell you about Islam or Christianity, but then certain of their preachings, they would invoke African tradition. Oh, this here, they would say the gods of this area are against movie theaters. So the gods wouldn't do anything, right? But they would go in the mosque to pray for the destruction of the movie theater. So obviously they didn't work. The movie theater kept going on because it's hypocrisy. You are saying the God, but then Islam only talks about one God. So they would go and try to pray, and somehow it didn't work, right? But what if those people were, quote unquote, the custodians of the land? They get to make the decisions. You don't own the land, like in most places in Ghana, which I'm going to feature a story here. Over there, the traditions are super strong. They have like kings, the lower kings, chiefs, and these people, they are powerful. I don't know why people that come online here, um, they don't break this down. So even like the regular law, let's say the Constitution of Ghana, it doesn't apply to them. You see? So before you make a move, saying, okay, I'm gonna come up with an investment. I see this opportunity here. You should take all this into consideration. Do these people believe in this anti-progress taboos that they would say is African? You know, who is in charge of talking to the gods? You know, so you look at certain areas. That's the reason why they would never change. They've never progressed. So that brings us to the story of a Ghanaian young man whose name is Fred, started a goat farm. That's right. In the region where he was born, built like one of the biggest goat farms, I would say biggest in Ghana. He was educated in the United States, made his money in the United States and went to Ghana to invest. So, I mean, this guy, he's very well known if you are into farming, if you're in the farming community, even if you're not in it, you know, that is a great story. Like you will be like somebody who is thinking progressive. Here is a guy, he is from this village. He went to the United States, became educated, made money, went back. He wants to invest. He wants to invest in farming so he can tackle one area because, the government can't do it all. One person can't do it all. So different people have to do different things, and that can inspire the people to think. But oh no, that's not what happened in Fred's case. And I'm going to showcase the story here and then open up the lines. I want to hear what, the viewers here have to say, like, should Africans continue to hold on to this backward mentality, backward thinking? And, look, it's totally okay for one to realize if you're wrong, you're wrong. Like, you found a different way of doing things. So before you become a victim as well, maybe this story would help get you thinking about what is in front of you. Don't just be like, oh man, it sounds good. And, you know, and you think, okay, if I go to Gambia where I can get the land outright, no chiefs, no nothing. Now you tell yourself, oh, someone is watching YouTube. It's like, oh, I heard it on Afridamus's channel in the country of Africa. It's not like that across the board. It's not like that across the board. And even within the countries, I'm sure even within Ghana itself, this is like one community. So it's not like all communities would have the same belief system. But the root of it is the African traditional belief system. Some of these have to go, they have to go. So let me do my fair use here because I'm going to show you guys the story of Fred, what he, encountered and how much money he lost. So here we go. All right, all right. So I got the fair use here. And, this video is going to be used for educational purposes. Guys, please hit the like and feel free to also, super chat, the channel. It helps as well. All right. Kabiru said Congo, Tanzanians, Ethiopia, and Kenya have higher GDP than Ghana and most West African countries outside of Nigeria. West Africa only good for prostitutes and some crop and large scale farming. Well, Kabiru, that's what Kabiru is saying. And, you know, if you look at it in a way, like, is East Africa, let's say places like Kenya, is are they growing because they are not too into, they are not gung-ho about these traditions. They are like, hey man, this has worked before in the past. This is what the people before us used to believe. But, practically, you look at it, this is not really bringing any progress. You see, it's not bringing any progress. So let me show you this. Here we go. Fair use. All right. So listen to Fred here. It's a short video. Here we go.
Think that our traditions and rituals as Africans is hindering the growth of our communities and villages? The reason why I'm asking this question, don't get me wrong, I love our traditions and our culture. It makes us who we are as a country. My name is Fred. I'm from Ghana, from a small town called Brekum and a small village called Senase. Over the past 5 years, I moved from the United States with all my savings and moved down to my village to establish one of the biggest goat farm in Ghana. For 5 years, I have been building my knowledge in livestock farming to train other farmers on how to do livestock farming the right way. Over the years, I have mentored, trained, established thousands of farms, not just in Ghana, but across the world. I've had people from Sierra Leone, Liberia, Nigeria visit this farm, learn from us, and take it back.
All right. So he's asked a perfect question. He said, do you think our traditions, meaning the African traditions, is it time? It's about time to start taking a good look at it. And the man is right. But here, let me show you what the man is talking about. Okay. So here we go. Burkom, that is a region in Ghana. It's in Ghana. So here we go. Let me show you.
And I wish, like I do every year, I was here to wish you guys a happy new year. But unfortunately, that is not the case this time. Cementia farms and farming in Africa have been hit very hardly throughout December till this year. And that is the story I want to tell you guys. This story is the fact that we have been asked to move all our goats out of the community of Senase in 2 weeks' time. As you guys know, our farm is located in Ghana, in a region called Bonahafa region, in the Brekum municipality, and a small town called Senase. This is where we've had our farm for the past 5 years. And a few weeks ago, we were summoned into the palace of the chiefs and have been asked to take our farm away from this community. What this means that in the next 2 weeks, farming in Africa, Sementia farm will be. Hi guys.
So, guys, you see the example I'm telling you. So this man is Ghanaian. Like he told us, he created a farm, worked building this farm for 5 years. 5 years in that community. But he was summoned to the chiefs, their palace, and what was he summoned for? They said the law of their land, the gods of that land do not want goats there. You see, they don't want goats in that community. Apparently, the people in that community, somehow they enjoy goat meat. People love goat. But the gods of that region, they waited for this man to grow his flock up to that point. And then now, 5 years later, the gods remembered and gave the word to the chiefs, the custodians of the land, to let this man know the goats are no longer welcome because it is an abomination. Sometimes when you watch Nigerian movies, you would see some of these things, and you think it's just a funny moment in the movie. No, people actually do think this way. This is why most places you see, especially in West Africa, that's why they are backwards. That's why it's poverty stricken. This man created a farm. He created a way to help the place progress. The only thing they could come up with is, think about it, the gods. If the gods are saying they cannot have self-sustaining goat farm there, what does that tell you? Dwayne, you might be right. Dwayne said maybe the gods now want European or Asians to sell them their goat meat. Exactly, Dwayne. It's a good point because, I mean, they have the goat farm right there amongst them, and the goats are progressing. The farm is looking good. So the gods did not forbid the people from eating goat meat, but they just don't want the goats over there. So, yeah, it's fair to think, okay, maybe they want to buy frozen goat meat from the Asians or the Chinese or whoever. But this is the dilemma some people might face. Dr. Z said that's why no globally respected research institute, nothing, no scientific reasoning behind. Exactly. Guys, tell me. In fact, let me open up the line. I want people to call in. Um, I want to hear if these traditions that people call the good ancient African traditions, what way have they helped? So the link is in the chat. Hit the link, come in and tell us exactly what you're thinking. What do you think about the decision they made for the guy? Are the traditions, are they the enemies of progress for for most of the people? So make sure you hit the link. And sometimes, like, imagine it is individuals that get to decide, and in a place where you cannot argue back and forth. I have been following farming in Africa. I cannot play everything, but I recommend that you go to his channel and follow the rest of the story. Even the government officials came there, they could not do anything. So I have Dr. Z here. Dr. Z, welcome to the Afridamus report.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just gonna ask some questions because I don't know. You know you're the expert, but you know if there's poverty in a place, if there's lack of economic output, if there's low competitiveness against other parts of the world, it's obvious the results are not doing well. And if the process you've used for so long is still causing you to fall short, you'd think that there's a time for change, revolution, innovation, change. So, as long as the answer to the question of what are the results and are you happy with the results, if the answer is no to both, then in which case there has to be a change in the way that things have been done. Maybe not a wholesale change, but a change nonetheless. And what you've described to me sounds like some sort of borderline caste system, feudal system, where there's hello,
Hmm.
you know,
Yes, yes.
and that's why I think that the West, even countries like the Middle East, they're starting to the Gulf states are starting to realize I may not even have to like these people, I may not respect these people, but if people will come here and are able to go and give them a chance to compete, to innovate, to come with new ideas, then that could boost the country that we're in. You
But
know,
but do you think about this, right? In the case of Fred, all right. So these people, they can just come out of the blue, right? And say, the message came from the gods. They are gods. Who is their gods communicating to? Why should Africans, I mean, why would anyone follow a god that is against your progress? What do you make of the decision coming from the quote unquote the African gods?
I think it's crazy. I think it's a sign of mental illness. You say that in the United States, you say that in Canada, they're gonna think that you have paranoid schizophrenia or something like that. We don't know what's going on there. This could be this chief could be an old man in his 80s, you know, having
But he's got a council. And how come their gods are not advising them towards progress, towards development, towards things that would help free the people? But every time I turn around, when they said the African gods gave their edict, is always some doom and gloom for the people that follow that. Have you noticed that too?
no, I'm with you on that because where were the African gods when the British colonized the place? You
Good
know,
question.
you know what?
And when Chinese or other people want to build in those communities, you notice how the gods, all their taboos go to the sideways.
Yeah, exactly. The African gods only deal with Africans. If you're non-African, then suddenly all that stuff doesn't affect them. All those curses, all those bad outcomes, they're immune. They're immune. White
Yeah,
skin is the best protection from bad energy, from bad spiritual curses. Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I think I'm with you. Don't worry. I see it too. But the question is, what will cause it to change? I think in some,
yes,
yeah, because it sounds to me like what's going on here is that they want people to follow what they've been doing because it gives them a position of control and
right.
authority.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what else to say, but I fully agree with you, and hopefully someone else can come up on this panel and argue against the point that you've made, because to me it sounds like, I don't know in Nigeria, some parts of northern Nigeria, central Nigeria, if they've got a similar system, because if these are some, herders or some farmers, for example, and then they say you can't come on this land because this, that, and the other, you could get people getting massacred.
Right. But here's the thing also, like, I mean, he flew under the radar with the goats for 5 years, and the gods didn't see it till now, till the man, started building the biggest goat farm. Do you think somebody is in the, part of the God's council that is jealous and want to steal it, and then decided, you know what, the gods just, they don't like these goats.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, just from like an outsider human nature type point of view, based on what you've mentioned of your recent experience, it wouldn't surprise me if sometimes people get jealous of people who look like them or come from the same country, same origin, and they do much better with land that they had for so long and did nothing with.
Let me ask you this: if, for example, if you were in Fred's position, you found yourself in this situation, how would you handle it?
I can't imagine. I don't know how I'd handle it. It'd be very depressing.
Exactly. Hmm.
I wouldn't smile like he did in that clip at the start. He had that big smile on his face. I don't think I could do that. I know if you try to push back, you don't know what could happen. You're outnumbered. You know, it's not his native part of his land. He didn't come from that village, did he?
No, he is from that village.
He is.
This is what even makes it more complicated. Here, let me even, show just a short interview here. Um, he is from that village. He's from that community. He he even built a school. He
And this
built
is how he's treated.
this is how he's treated. Yes, he built a school, um, in that community. You
And
see?
he came all the way from America to do this out of the kindness of, he could be chilling in a nice first world country enjoying all these big booties and nice amenities, and he did this and he gets treated like this.
Yes. So that's why, I've had these conversations with people, but I think sometimes, like people think, nah, this is not possible. It is not possible. They won't do this. This is just internet talk. No, it is possible. Like, this is a fact. They will come and they would shut down your stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
at least there's something
Yeah.
good out of this. African Americans can't complain that they're treated much worse.
They
Their
what?
treatment is They can't complain that their treatment is unique. If they get treated badly, complaining and stuff, they hear your story and this guy's story, they can finally realize that, hey, it's nothing personal, you know?
No, no, it is not. In fact, here, let me show, you know, and give you here, like what the guy, like everything he did. This wasn't even important to them, but here you go.
This whole place was filled with goats. Goats that we've had for years. Goats that were born here, that we have introduced here, those that we bought from Mali, those that we bought from Ghana, and obviously those that we've even brought from South Africa. This particular pen used to be the foreign goats. All the female and male goats used to be here from South Africa, and at least we had about maybe even 20 goats here. And right in front of me is about one, two, three, four different pens that are currently empty. And this all used to fill at home, is what I'll call it. And to your left side used to be the Sahelians. These are the goats from Burkina Faso. Hi guys, I don't know if this is your first time watching this video, but my name is Fred. I'm a livestock farmer. Over the past 5 years, I've been, educating and practicing intensive livestock farming in Ghana, across the globe. And recently, we were actually asked by the elders of this community to take our livestock away. We try to negotiate with them, ask them for more time so that we can even relocate our animals. But unfortunately, they still didn't adhere to our plea. So we were forced to send our goats. So we actually had to sell all our livestock. And now what we have is basically an investment that has left us very confused on what to do with it. These things are not things we can carry with us, even if we are going to relocate. So the biggest question to us right now is, what do we do with a facility like this? And it is sad that just a few days ago, this place was, flooded with goats and it was joyful, and with workers who were getting paid, who were earning a living from this sort of investment. So it is very sad. And I know you guys have been very supportive throughout that journey. But there is something that I wanted to share with you aside this sadness and this empty investment that is lying here. Mostly when we see investment like this, we see it as government projects that mostly you see the media covering how government projects have been abandoned and not being used. This is a private man's project. So it is actually very funny. But in the midst of all these sadness and, uncertainty, I think there is some key things that I've learned from, and I want to share with you guys. And number one of it is the demand and how we position yourself. I know some of you are still out there doing livestock farming, and some of you are still going to go into it and do it, which I strongly encourage you guys to do.
And he still wants people to do what did he say after that when he said, people still want to do livestock farming?
Yeah, he still wants people to invest.
Maybe not in that town. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's self-sabotage. These leaders don't care about the normal people, the lower classes, or what you call it. They just don't care, because this guy was employing people, potentially feeding people, teaching people, and you've driven him away. You've driven him away because what? You want to get a Chinese man, a white man to do the job for you or something? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Kifaru, are you there?
He's gone. He'll come back, hopefully.
Yeah, but isn't it crazy just hearing this man's story? It's not like he has like a business that is not helping the people. There's tons of people employed in that farm. It's a standard farm, world class, but somehow, they don't care.
Why did the people take this? Why did the people allow these people to control them so much about rebelling or telling them to get lost or going to a missionary in a nearby town or something to tell them to step off?
Because the gods are the ones that have spoken. So it's a taboo African tradition. Apparently, the gods do not want any goat in that region. So, but they can never tell you what having goats would do. Like sometimes, maybe ancient times, they might be like, oh, having goats is gonna anger the gods and we won't have rain. Like anything that is climate related, if you look at a lot of the stuff, it is always attributed to like a hidden hand, like a god somewhere who is doing that. And then there's always like a human being who also, this is common in these traditions, the taboos, who comes up with certain things and say, this is what would please the gods. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So that's why, like looking at this man's story here, it didn't matter how much money he invested, you know. So, like for instance, there are black people that go to these countries, they are like, oh, they just hate us. No, this guy is from that village. This guy is from that village. These people are not looking at skin color, they're not looking at, I mean, but maybe the taboo doesn't work on white people and Chinese, you know, the taboo doesn't work on those people.
So how do you get into these councils? Like, how do you become someone in these religious councils? How does that happen? Is there an
I,
election? How does it happen?
I guess by bloodline.
But like, see that this is a problem. You see, this guy here that spent time in America, his worldview has changed. He's seen how things are done in other parts, learned from different cultures. You know, he's more educated, connected to the world because of where he's from. He would be someone who obviously has a much bigger worldview, more advanced view, bigger picture view than
Right.
probably everyone in that council. But he's not in the position of leadership. And until that changes, a lot of these places are always going to be behind the rest of the globalized world because it's not based on your ability or merits like in the United States. This is just straight up royalty.
Well, that's the problem. Like in some of these communities, this is in Ghana in a community called Brecon. So you would think, okay, Ghana is in the 21st century. There's no way, a place would be against such a progress, against their own private citizen. But unfortunately, like the people, quote unquote, who are supposedly the custodians of the land, they are intimidated by people like Fred. So it is their selfish interests that they, quote unquote, think they are protecting. And this is what is common in most parts of Africa. If you don't find it in the communities, you would find them in government position.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Kifara go in, man. Have a good show. I appreciate it. I learned a
Thank
lot.
you.
Sorry about the Gambia thing, man. That was crazy. That
Oh,
story was crazy.
it's all good. Thank you. Kifaru, welcome to the Afridamus Report.
Yeah, welcome, bro. You look good. It seems Africa has been taking good care of you, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Maybe all that, the sunshine and, eating all that good food,
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think you look like fresh and fit, man. That's good. That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Kifaru, what do you think about some of these African, traditional, quote unquote, the gods against things, and the things that they are against is things that's not helping the community progress. What do you make of, especially the story of Fred in Ghana?
Yeah, my. You see, this is really, really sad. I think I remember one time I was on one of these YouTube panels. I was talking about that. I don't give a damn about African tradition, and
Right.
there were a lot of people who were coming for me, these gods and that. I said, man, any tradition, any god that is not a progressive culture or progressive tradition, I don't give a damn. I
Yeah.
told them I'm not going to listen to an old uneducated person who just inherited some kind of a baseless factless tradition and impose it in on me. I
Right.
think we need to stop. We need a progressive society. Any culture that is not progressive, that part of that culture should be eradicated. We have some parts of our cultures that are good, we keep them. But anything that is not making a development of a society, we need to eradicate it completely. This is some nonsense. This guy is an entrepreneur. You know, he's got skills that a lot of people can benefit from him. You
Yeah,
know, in most African villages, like they have very remote way of doing I don't know, what
farming,
was it called, farming, you know.
animal husbandry.
Animal
Yes,
husbandry. You have
yeah,
people that take walk with your goats from point A to point B, trying to get food, like in the desert. But he's telling them this: you don't have to do this. This is a modern way of
yeah.
making goats. I saw
Mm.
how these goats are healthy. This guy alone can take care of that community. And you have some ancient people, may they have no teeth in their mouth, some dirty teeth people telling him that the gods say you can't do this. No, I think this is unacceptable. You know, like
But
me
you
and
know,
you, the Africans will understand these things. Will always go to the continent. We need to fight this kind of a culture. It's just barbaric. It's backward.
yeah,
You
and
understand?
Kifaru, the crazy thing is, Ghana's government is allowing this. They did not step in.
Yeah, man. This is I don't understand. I don't. There's no reason. You know what is the reason? Goats. I see this. No, man. So I don't understand. You can't. Okay. You can't live in a country where there's a tradition that is greater than the state. If that tradition is progressive, okay, you say yes, this is better. But what? And if I tell you, you go to that village, there's a lot of malnourished, unemployed people that do nothing, and they have to sit and just do nothing. I
That's
don't
why I
get
said
it. I
a lot
just
of the
hope.
traditions, you know, it seems it pushes, it promotes poverty, because when
Exactly.
progress comes, because the people that had the job now they shut down the farm, those people are gonna go, they're gonna be jobless. So the chiefs or whoever, they really don't care.
Yes, yes. It's a sad thing. I just hope he leaves that community and take that is business and go somewhere else,
Yeah, he
because
left.
that is something that we need to do. We're talking about trenches that people need to start doing modern, yeah, modern farming, modern farming. And this is what it's doing. What I think is maybe some jealous, primitive tribal leader is looking at this guy. He's in the same spot and he's having more goats. And me, I need to send my numerous children out of school to go feed my goats, and they can't do better than him. Then they just feel jealous, because this is modernity that we have to inherit. We don't have a different option. And I bet you, if a Chinese man, or I think someone was talking about Chinese European, come and say, well, we want to build a goat trench in that village, they will keep shut, all of them. They'll be quiet. But just
Uh-huh.
because it's even one of them, it's so sad. It's sad that it's even people even think about things like this. How do you this old tradition? Good. I love my tradition, but my tradition should be able to develop my people.
Right.
If it's not developing my people, then that's not my tradition. We need to forget about it and look for something better. I don't believe in ancient. That's why I tell people, when I go to my tradition, I see people doing this. I say, why are you doing this? Do you know why? If it makes sense, if it's something that is good for the community, okay. But if it's not some baseless thing, just because some uneducated ancient people did something, we just have to follow. Well,
But you
for
see, Kifaru,
uneducated people, fine. But for yeah,
I mean, you're Pan-African, and you talk about trade, people improving themselves. But have you
yeah,
ever taken these cultural, belief systems into account, that this is in fact a big hindrance? Like a lot of communities are in fact suffering from this, where
100%.
these cultures will never let, they'll be like, oh, um we are not allowed to have such and such here, or we are not allowed to create this business or that business. You as a Pan-African, have you, like, how do you think you can, counter belief systems like this in Africa?
I think yeah, we have a lot to endure. It's constant fighting non-stop. You understand? See, this belief system, as I said, if they are baseless, they are baseless. You understand?
But how do you get
Some
the
tradition,
people
for
to
example.
understand? How do you get them to
Okay,
understand that?
okay, okay. Look, this is what I think. The stupid people will remain stupid. You understand? The ones that understand, that are conscious, need to stick together and keep doing what they have to do
But it looks like the
until that.
stupid people are the ones in charge. They are
Yes, that is
winning.
a problem. Yeah, but I get what you say. It's a big hindrance. Yeah, but the few that we are, this is a new kind of a concept that is coming to the continent, especially people from out. Because when we go out, we see the competition. We say, hey, this is where the certain things we do, we need to forget about it, and we need to fight ignorant people. You understand? That's just the issue. So the more we have people like him, the better for us. We have people like him that understand that we need to change, and we start getting into politics and like trying to make laws to protect people like that, the better. Because these old people, I don't, like I don't understand. We need, like, that's a problem. As you said, yeah, there's a lot of ignorant people. They have the numbers, and we have to fight them, the few people. But we just need to keep doing what we're doing. Try to increase our numbers and try to protect ourselves. Like that guy, I hope he's going to leave that community and go to
He
another
did. He did.
community. And yes, and when this community starts seeing the benefit that he's bringing to that other community, maybe they'll say, "Oh, this chief, you messed up. You messed up."
Yeah,
And maybe they'll try to bring things again. We just need to do that, because if we are like so versed with the continent, we go back and forth, we don't fight these things, then we'll be at the bottom for a very long time.
exactly. Let's bring in Kabiru. Kabiru, welcome to the Afridamus Report.
Thank you. Thank you. You remember yesterday I spoke about the goat situation with you? Do you
Yes,
remember?
yes,
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah. And like, I'm here to say how come that a lot of people aren't coming onto your chat. And the reason why a lot of people are not coming onto your chat is because it's an embarrassing issue. You know what I'm saying? And it happens in Nigeria too. Like, the craziest thing is that if you're under 18 in Nigeria and you go to school, the girls have to cut their hair to a certain length. So by the time they get to 18, they're all wearing wigs, and then they think that their hair don't grow and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? As I'm getting older and I'm reflecting and I'm seeing what happened to you, I'm just like, you know what? West Africa is the best place to live because the food is good. They have jollof, they have pepper soup, they have goat pepper soup, they have egusi, draw, ogbolo, gari, fufu, palm wine. They have all types of stuff, right? But the thing about it is that like 30 minutes before I came on here, I looked at the GDP of East African countries from 1980 to 2023, and you see that Ghana has gone from like fourth to eighth.
So,
And
so you think, Ghana is regressing then?
yeah, go look at the GDP in Ghana. South Africa is also regressing. South Africa
Why do you think? Do
and
you think is the African taboos and traditions they are
Is
following?
the culture or what? Yeah.
yes, see, the thing about it is it's what Kafaru says. It's the culture, but what I'm trying to tell people is that in East Africa, it's not like that. It's not like that. But the thing about it is that it's only gonna hurt West Africans because, like, I look at role models. You know what I'm saying? I look at role models, and all of the West Africans that are here, they're either injury prone or they're like big for nothing. Like AJ Joshua, and B just broke his leg like
Yeah, please. I don't
5 days
like when we
ago.
start talking this East Africa and West
Yeah.
Africa stuff because we don't really have. Let's just stick to the topic, man. Let's not compare. East
Okay, look,
Africa is almost
yeah,
the same as across board. Yeah, let's
yeah,
stick to
but
it.
the thing about it is that it is very, very painful because the people are a product of your society. You know what I'm saying? And it's only going to get worse because although they're very, very talented, they're going to end up not being marketable. And the truth hurts. And you know what I'm saying? Like now I can go back to West Africa and just enjoy, but it's like, it's really hurting the women more than it's hurting the men because the women, they don't grow up with the ability to think independently. They're just following
Yeah.
culture.
But even the
And
men, because nobody like these taboos apply to both groups.
yes, but the thing about it is that when you were fighting your land case, it was the women that were attacking you more than the men. Is
Yes,
that right?
this is correct. Yes.
Yeah, and the thing about it is because the women are very, very indulged in that West African tradition and they
Mhm.
believe in it.
Yes. They even
And
went
they,
and brought a marabu against me. You're right.
yeah, yeah, but the thing about it is that you know what I'm saying is that it's just shocking that a lot of West Africans don't want to come on the panel and say that what's going on is wrong because you know what I'm saying, all they care about is how big your house is, what your car looks like, and whether you keep the customs. If you do all those three things, you're going to enjoy your time in West Africa, but it's not freedom and it's not growing the GDP of those West African countries. Like, look, I kid you not, in the next 200 years, right, you're going to see people leaving Nigeria because the price of petrol is no longer subsidized. So the people that were coming to Nigeria were coming from Ghana, were coming from Cameroon to take the petrol and take it to their countries. But now that Nigeria has changed that petrol subsidy thing where they no longer have subsidy for petrol, people are going to leave the country.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate that some of these traditions that they know are holding communities and people back are still being practiced. Let's bring in DG. DG, let's allow DG also. DG, welcome to the Afridamus report.
Afridamus, hello. How are you, my brother? Can you hear me good, or my mic is bad?
I can hear you.
Yeah, welcome back, Afridamus. If you notice or not, we've been looking for you. The people who follow you, your sometimes I even asked Songo in another panel. Do I have to go to Gambian embassy in Berlin and ask for where is Afridamus?
Yeah. Sorry, your mic is kind of crackly. Do you have like a headpiece on?
Yeah, I will be back.
Okay, go and come back.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say something. The last time I went home, and I think I have a lot of problem with the people in my village because there was this. I think someone died. It's some elders, and there was this unnecessary tradition rites that they have to make. And at the end of the day, it was just to give people food and drink.
Right.
And they asked me to contribute this money. I said no. I'm not going to contribute this money for people just to eat and drink. Because me as a person, when someone is dead, they're dead. You
Right.
know, that's just me. But I'm not telling people not to celebrate dead ones. But me as an individual, when someone is dead, that person is dead. You want to put them in a hole, you want to burn them, you want to do whatever, that's not gonna change anything. And they brought some kind of rights. You from this family needs to bring a cow, this family needs to bring a pig, this one needs to bring a goat, because this, for what reason? So that person, what did he do in that community? Nothing.
Hmm.
He did nothing in that community just because he was an elder and he died. Now people need to buy food for the whole village. What's the backward? What's that
But
backward
Kifaru,
mentality?
how do
And I
you know
had
this?
people that I was not feeling good with them, no, because there are people that came with me, people, my friends from Europe, they came with me like family people, and they saw nothing wrong with that. And like I'm like the bad one that wants to go against tradition. I don't, we need to start changing things like that. Or women in my society, in this culture, cannot eat this food, or they can't eat this part of a chicken, they can't eat this part of a cow because it's reserved for men. Yes, before, if a man goes to like a hunter, I get it. If a man goes to the village, in the forest long time ago, he might kill an animal that's very rare, and that something could be a gift, like to say, okay, you fought, this is your part. But you can't go to the shop and buy a goat and go give some lazy heir that is he has this part belongs to him. No,
So
bullshit. I
Kifaru,
don't I don't think like that.
Do you think most Africans in the diaspora in the West, some of them, they are the communities they are from, the taboos and the restrictions are so much so that to a point they no longer want to go back, like, because they know they're going to face a lot of hate and obstacles. Do you think that deters a lot of Africans from going back?
Okay, I think those people first. Those are the people who believe in that bullshit. In that
Right.
that if you believe in that, then you're scared of it. You become a
But
victim of that.
people there, people, not everyone is strong. Some people are going to be the product of their environment. In fact, that's more
Yes.
common than not. There's some people who can, navigate through whatever system they find themselves in, but the
Mhm.
majority are going to succumb to to that belief system. Because even here, like, I talk to some people, Africans, grown people, they older than me, they believe in these
Mhm.
traditions.
Yes. Yeah, it's a baseless thing. It makes no sense. Some of them, and we need to start challenging these people. Why? Like, you can't get someone that has been in the village, like in a remote village, from when he was 1 year to when he was 70 years, and you expect him to tell me how this way works. No,
Right.
we should understand. Like, if you're a stupid person, you grow up a stupid person. I don't believe that when people are old they get intelligence. Okay,
Right.
yes, they get some kind of intelligence, but if you
Wisdom.
don't know how to write your wisdom, if you don't know how to write your name when you're old, that's not going to change.
Right.
This world, we need to work on facts, not some, I don't know,
Affirdamus.
just
Emotion.
not emotions. Exactly.
Right. Right. Yeah. um let's bring in up AFR. AFR, welcome to the Afrodamus report.
Hey, what's up? Long time, man. I was getting itchy, man. You like disappeared on us.
Oh man, I had to go do the field studies for the classes. So, professor had to go shopping up, on what's happening on the field so I can give the accurate report in these sessions here.
Well, you're
But
coming hard. You're coming hard. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. Go ahead.
thank you, thank you. So what do you think about some of these African traditions that are, pro poverty, like they always, for instance, now, people need to invest, people need to compete, more and more Africans are gaining knowledge, but the communities they are from, you can encounter a story like I just highlighted about Fred. What do you think about this type of thinking?
Well, you guys pretty much highlighted a lot of what ails it, what's ailing them, and the thing I'll say is so many other cultures and races of people were in that same position to where they let their man-made traditions get in the way of progress, and they eventually did it one of two ways. They either just wholly they agreed as a collective, we're going to leave those things back in the past, and we're going to
Right.
move forward, or there was a groundswell of resistance from maybe the little people or parts of their kind of middle class, and they said, nah, this is going to end, and they got the elites up out of there, and they said this is how it's going to go. So that's usually how it goes. So, and another thing with African traditions and religions, and I want to shout out to College Genesis for kind of like kind of laying this out for me to understand. And there's nothing wrong with having your old ancient traditions and customs and all those things, as long as they don't hold you back. But the thing about it is, we use the Japanese as an example. They practice Shintoism or Shinto.
Yeah.
They used to have all, and you look at their stories of creation and everything, and they're all crazy sounding, just like everybody else's creation story. It makes no sense. There were people back in those days scrubbling around. They didn't have much, but now they're doing Shinto rites and rituals in front of opening a metallurgy plant or a steel plant or a data center or something of that nature. So they were able to weaponize their traditions and religions to propel them forward. So they didn't have to get rid of the things that they love or the things that identify them as who they are. They put them front and center. They just left the stuff that didn't, benefit them. So that's all they have to do. And Africans have to learn this very thing. And my thing for that brother right there, and it sucks that he had to go through that or whatever. And there's a reason why I won't go back to my hometown. I'll never go back.
Yeah.
And what he needs to do is vote with his feet and vote with his damn wallet, because anywhere he's gonna go, yeah, he did. No, he did, and he got burned. But next time he's gonna be more discerning. And there's so many other places that are not gonna let no quote unquote gods, African gods, get in the way of progress, because when you go to places that are hungry for development, they're going to show you through their actions. So
what do you think about Pan-Africans promoting the African gods and traditions? Are they taking some of what we're discussing here into consideration?
Of course, some of them, love to romanticize. That is a problem that we have, especially when people are from the diaspora trying to return. But people just need to, all in all, people just need to have the asterisk in there. It's just like, look, we're rational people. We live in a globalized economy. We see how things work in the real world.
But the gods don't know that.
Well, that means I need to be in an area where these guys don't run anything that got nothing to do with me. And
Right.
I think a lot of Africans, like I said, the two choices they either have to revolt against that, or they're going to have a stranglehold on that and throw stuff to the wayside where it doesn't hold them back anymore. That's the only choice. Other than that, they're wasting their time.
Exactly. Kabiru, you were gonna say something?
Yeah. What's
I'm
funny
gonna take off.
is
I'm gonna listen in the back.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Afro.
All right.
what's funny is that when the guy was talking, he said that most of his livestock, right, come from Burkina Faso and South Africa, right?
Burkina Faso, South Africa, Mali, some
Yeah.
from Ghana, so all over.
Yeah, but the key thing is that like Sudan and South Sudan and East Africa and those northern countries that you mentioned, right, where it's more desert, they have more livestock than the South.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that if you want to grow your economy, you know what I'm saying, you would think about livestock. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm gonna tell a perfect story, right? In 2018, I was really, really bored in Africa, so I went and I bought two monkeys. And when I bought
What kind of
two
monkeys?
They were called an African gray monkey. It's that's the classification for them. They're small monkeys.
Why monkeys though?
I was bored. I was coming from America. I was very, very bored. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the thing about it is I only had those monkeys for 2 days. and two of the tenants went to my dad and said, "Look, I'm going to pay an extra 50,000 naira if you take those monkeys away."
Huh.
In terms of rent,
Wait, they were
you
gonna
know.
increase their rent so your monkeys can
Yeah, so
leave.
listen, at the time, rent at that time in 2018 was about 150,000 for the whole year. They said that they would pay 200, two different tenants said they would pay 200,000, an extra 50,000 naira if I could get those monkeys out of there by the Monday, by the following Monday. So, um it's like, so the thing is, I don't believe that guy when he said that he did not know the tradition, because everybody knows that in West Africa, in sub-Saharan West Africa, they tell you their traditions. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I fell in love with palm wine because I can drink palm wine and I wouldn't feel sick. But every time I drank beer, alcohol, I would feel sick. But
Wait. So palm wine became your tradition?
yeah, but the thing about it
Wait,
is that,
wait, you came
but
from the
the,
monkeys to the palm wine. I'm confused. What's going
yeah,
on?
but I'm okay. Look, I changed the topic. Okay. So pretty much I had
Yeah,
to
you
realize,
I was focused on the monkey. I was trying
yeah.
to see where this is
So,
going. Then you hit me
okay.
with
So
palm wine.
yeah, so pretty much, a lot of cultures there, they believe that these monkeys bring diseases like monkeypox.
Yeah,
You
But
know
I
what
mean
I'm saying?
that's
yeah, so sorry to cut you short. You understand? I think I would not be comfortable if I live in an apartment and have two monkeys jumping around. Because I don't know what, like, for my knowledge I have now, they might carry diseases. Those are wild animals. In the West, for you to keep a wild animal like that, you have to go through all kind of vaccination to keep them. Maybe those guys, you were around them, they were just more enlightened people. They know those
right.
animals could bring
Mhm.
diseases.
Yeah, not
Okay,
all
yeah,
the not all
yeah.
the
So
traditions are bad. We're just talking
y-
about some that are, definitely, straight. This is just not,
yeah. So
like
look,
for
I'm gonna
instance,
just tell you, look, wait, I just want to finish it up with this. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit educated. I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. So I just let it go and I gave back the monkeys. But what happened was my friend, he used to go and tap me palm wine. And the college town that we were staying in, after a while, all of the students, especially the girl students, started buying palm wine from him. So they stopped buying the Hero and Stout and, mixing it with Feiruz. So what happened was, one day I seen the guy and I said, "What is going on?" And he was like, "My master told me that I couldn't shave."
wait,
So
his
um,
master? What do you mean his master?
his boss, his boss. So pretty much he was pretty much punished because you could buy like 1 liter of palm wine for like $1. You know what I'm saying? It was very, very cheap. So pretty much I'm like, so are you telling me that you weren't allowed to get shaving sticks or shave your beard because you've been making money selling palm wine? And he said, yes, I've even been afraid to come out because there's a taboo with palm wine. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say it cures malaria, but in the town there, a lot of people says that it makes people mad, that it's not something that you want to be drinking. So pretty much he was pretty much not able to get shaving sticks to shave. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm very, very sorry about that. And he's like, don't worry about it. That's why you haven't seen me, even with my wife. I had to drive her away for 2 weeks because she was very, very mad that I was selling palm wine and she doesn't want me tapping palm wine. She wants me to go into another profession.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
but pretty much I'm saying that there's a lot of opportunity in West Africa, but you just have to be disciplined. You know, you have to go there and just respect their culture, and you're gonna make the money if you respect their culture. Just respect their culture
But
and respect their
let,
practices.
let me come in. Look at that guy. He brought goats in this community, and that was doing well. But just because he does not respect the culture, they have to kick him out. So
But it's not that he didn't even disrespect the culture. I mean, yeah.
yeah. So sometimes you just need to, we need to fight. Just we need to like abandon some ancient things that makes no sense. That's just me. Maybe I'm so modern, but modernity has proven to create development in areas, and that's where we should be going. No, I think someone was talking about the Japanese. I gave an example the other time. When we're young, we all know about the samurai Japanese sword. When we're young, we see how these Japanese samurais, how they dress. But if you see how they dress today, it's a modern kind of a Japanese samurai. They've moved from one stage to another, but we still keep ancient things, and we still think people still have value for them. I don't understand. We need to take these traditions that we love so much, and we modernize them. Modernize them does not mean we completely change them, but make them look something that can attract people. Someone needs to come, oh, I want to buy this Sonenke sword or this Sonenke spear, because they've made it like modern way, but it's still a Sonenke spear, not some ancient thing that some very local blacksmith can still do, where everyone can do that. It gives itself no value. Maybe by that time it was difficult for blacksmith to make a spear like that, so it was the way it looks. But now technology has improved. We need to carry on and give our things the same value. You can't buy a Japanese samurai sword now. It costs thousands of dollars because they've modernized it, but it still has the same
Yeah,
value.
but in
We
Africa, they
Africans
don't
should.
have anything to modernize. That's the problem. They against
No, we have traditions.
modernization.
Even the way we dress,
Right.
we dress a certain way. We can modernize them. Even our horses, what we keep on the horses, we need to, upgrade. Yeah. So that's just
Yeah.
what I want to see. Not some believing in
Uh,
some past things. Yeah.
let's bring in Kidola. Kidola, welcome to the Afrodamus report.
Yeah, Frodamos, thank you, man. Where is that
Kidola,
guy? Where's
who?
that guy? Where's that Kiberu?
Kabiru.
Yeah, where he's gone, man. That guy is gone.
Kabiru is from Nigeria, Kidola.
He's talking about monkey and
Ah.
palm oil and you know.
Maybe the egg pound the yam as well and the goosey soup.
It's that part of yam and all kind of stuff. Kabiru is always high. Kabiru is always
No.
very high.
So Kidola, what do you think
High
about
on
some
palm
of
wine,
yeah, he kept talking about palm wine, but some of the African traditions that for example, like this Fred guy, what happened to him, his investments, they told him no goats are allowed in that community, the gods are against that. And this seemed to be like a common thing with most African societies. What do you think about these taboos and cultures that are against progress?
There is nothing like that. The gods, where were the gods when the white man came and take over their land?
Good question.
You understand me? These gods are gods. The drinks of those gods are no longer existing. These are
Exactly.
gods with cognac now, so they don't sing well anymore. So gods has not taken those kind of African gin. So those are gods have been sleeping for a very long time. It's no longer will never be awake anymore.
But Kidola, the gods, their law is always against the people from the community. Like this Fred came from the United States, opened up the biggest, goat farming in Ghana in his community. And they came and, said he has to move.
Because it's from the other tribe.
He's what?
Is it because it's from the other tribe?
I'm not sure. They said it's a taboo. The gods are against goats being in that community.
Oh, okay.
Afridamos. Afridamus, is my mic better now?
Yeah, it's better. Hold on. Yeah,
Okay.
just 1 second. DG, wait, let Kidola drop
But
this.
I think Africa still holds some of these traditions, some of them, but there's this okay. If they say their gods doesn't allow business or goat there, but are they not eating goat meat sometime?
They are eating goat meat.
So that God is not really working. It's just it's their superstitions of their belief from their ancestors, and because they still keep it like that, they will still believe like that, and such a community might even be a backward community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that community will never grow. If I would have asked him, if this God were existing, where were you post selling slave trade? You understand me? Why were you post selling slave trade? So Africans, there's a lot that's bringing us back as an African, superstitious.
Yeah.
Okay, things that are not really existing. You understand me? If you have to tell that to a white person, the white person will tell you really, you know, that's why the Europeans are very advanced than us. Because they
Yeah.
only believe in science, what they see. You understand? What they see. They will tell you, is it really true? If it's not true, why should they believe in it? You understand? Look at church. Africa will believe in their voodoo. Now they not transferred their voodoo to church. Those that are hungry are going to church. The government is corrupt. They cannot fight for their right. You understand me? You know, it's everything pray, pray, pray. So that's why, and I think it's right for that man to leave that community with his goat. With
He
all his,
did, but he had to sell all the goats. Because they said,
otherwise they will kill him.
yes.
You know?
Like I did not. I thought Ghana was advanced, Kidola.
Accra. That's why Accra and Kumasi it's like any other local
Africa,
territory in
yeah.
African country also. So that is, but only that Ghana have a very strong army of promoting them of
The
themselves.
tradition.
You understand me? Because if you check now in Nigeria, everybody's going to church, but those that are hungry going to church, they say pray for the. What are you praying for the country for? When people are eating money, you pray for a country that is already there's no money. The politicians, you say pray so that God will touch these politicians. You understand me? So Africa always from one extreme to the other extreme. You understand? To the other extreme. I've never been to church for almost 26 years now.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been to church. What am I going there for? To see who? You understand?
But these people, they believe in the African tradition, the gods. They're the custodians of the land. Even if you buy it, they still are in charge.
Yeah, because that's why I said some of these communities are backward communities because there's nothing there. If you even come over there, they'll run the gods on your head to see if you're a good
Hey,
person or not.
Kidola. Hey, Kidola.
Kiberu.
Listen, in Nigeria, there's a food that they called akara. Are you familiar with the food called akara?
Of course, Accra. We know Accra.
Akara is like baked beans. They fry in the pan now.
Right, it. Yes. It's
Okay. Afrodamus, listen to this. Accra is as old, it sounds like Accra, Ghana, right? It's as old as West Africa, but the thing about it is that they cook it in the morning, and even the tradition with that, they only have women sell that food, and it's so funny because the people that go and patronize them are very, very backwards. They're very, very backwards, and they believe in a tradition that is dying.
Kiberu,
You know what I'm saying? But they continue to get Accra.
Kiberu, I want to ask you something. Can you tell me the best gin that is good for Africa? Is it Johnny Walker or Koyank?
I like Johnny Walker.
Okay then.
Afridamus, can
Yes.
we go back to the topic now?
Yes.
Afridamus.
Go ahead, DG.
Okay, Afridamus. God bless. You are back now in safe in the Western civilization. Okay. But that goat gate, I mean, you gotta write a book about it, and maybe it would be a hit in Netflix, man. That was so great.
Which one?
um, the guy who kidnapped your goat and tells
Oh
you that
yeah.
if
Oh
you don't
yes.
send
Oh
money, he's gonna
yes.
kill the other goat. You gotta
Yes.
write a book about it, man.
Oh, oh,
That was so great.
isn't it crazy?
The other, it's crazy, man. But you know what? I hear you and I understand you. Gambia is a great country, but Somalia is not. If you don't know, I'm from Somalia. Whenever I go back home, I hire armed security.
Security.
Yes. So I pay to them, and they do all the things that I want to do. Talking about that, let us go back to our the superstitions, the beliefs, the gods that the myths that we are talking about here. It's not only in West Africa, guys. It's also in East Africa. Let me expose something that you don't know. In 2018, I was in a small village in Somalia. Of course, my security arm was there. Small village, just like 800 people live there. And I found a queue, a line, lot of people, paralyzed people, mental ill people, sick people who were just in a queue and waiting for something. I asked my guide, the guide, what's going on here? Oh, he said, oh, here is a doctor, man. There is a doctor who heals these people. Is a doctor? I don't see an
Like a
hospital
witch
here.
doctor? A witch doctor?
Wait a minute. He said, what kind of a doctor? He said, oh, this is a famous doctor. He heals people, and people will pay something. And I thought that, oh, this is another scammer, man. Man, I have to investigate this. I went there and I asked the people people are so very, very, very poor and sick also. The guy, he takes like $5 just to see one patient.
So he's
And
a
I
good
asked him,
businessman.
he's a good, yeah, because that's all what they can afford. And I asked, what is the story of this guy? Is he a neurosurgeon? Is he a heart surgeon? Is he a doctor? Does he have credentials in medicine? Did he go to school? Whatever. He said, no. He was just an ordinary person who was taking care of his cows, of his sheep. And one night he saw a beautiful lady who was chased by a hyena. Look,
She was
and
chased by a hyena.
a hyena, and he saved that beautiful lady from the hyena. Okay,
Yeah.
then he asked the lady, "And where is your family?" She said, "Oh, I am not a human being. I am jinn."
Oh,
You know what
she's a
jinn
jinn.
is?
Yes.
Yeah,
Spirit.
and you saved me from the hyena. And because in our culture
Oh, Kifaru, can you mute?
we believe that the hyenas sees the chin. I don't know why, but they sees the chin. And you say to me, I'm going to do anything that you like to
But how do
do.
they know? How do
Uh,
they know that the hyena sees the jinn? Does the
it,
hyena
it,
tell
is,
them?
it is the superstition. It's the myth. It's just cultural thing. Hyena is like a female and male. Hyena doesn't have a penis or whatever. Hyena sees the chin. This is the story. This is an African culture, an Eastern African culture. And then she said, because you saved me, I owe you a favor. You ask me whatever that you like, I will help you. Then he said, okay, I'm a small man, I don't have anything, and I've been around by sick people. Can you please help me to heal them? And she said, yes. Now he's a doctor, man.
Yeah, but at least they're not coming up with laws to stop people from investing, right?
That's another thing, That's another thing. But the thing is, Afridamus, I can tell you, that brother who got your goat, who kidnapped your goat. Of course, the Gambian government is letting the people to come to Gambia and invest Gambia. That's why you have Indians, you have Lebanese, you have even Somalis over there who are
Right.
operating there and opening. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that the entire Gambian government is. Yeah, I understand what you were talking about, but and I understand the corruption of the police, the judge, whatever. But mm, yeah, we have to be very honest about it. The government is trying to reach out the direct investment, not only from the diaspora, also from the other people, also from the nation. So your experience is well noted, and we have to stop these superstitions. We have to stop these stupid things that we believe back in Africa. And you and I, whenever that we go back home, we come from Western nations, which is like science, technology, math, blah, blah, blah. And when you go back home, we got shocked. And we have a trauma, like FBA had trauma in America. So
Yeah. Well, thank you.
it's true, man. I mute my mic.
Hey,
Yes.
can I ask Kidola one more question, please? Please. I don't
Go
know if I'm
ahead.
gonna get him again. Kidola, what is the taboo with kai? How come that they don't sell it in town? You have to drive to the freeway to buy it. Kai, and what is inside of kai?
What is
Kanka is a local gin.
Is it what?
Kanka is a local gin. It's like a local cognac, but very, very strong.
So wait, it's alcohol.
It's alcohol.
So wait, it can be right, like a alcoholic traditionalist, like what's going on?
Aphrodamus, I'm telling you, you can drink a whole liter of this thing and you won't throw up. There are no side effects to it, but they don't sell it. You have to drive like 50 miles to go buy it. Why? And then the thing is that how come that it's as old as day, and then what's the taboo behind it? They say it's not good to drink, but it doesn't make you sick.
Kanka, look, Kanka, I, I don't know, man, but it seems like Kabir, you know a lot about these heavy drinks, you know. Kanka is like a local cognac, you know. It's a local, very, very strong. I'm not great. You cannot really grade it.
Yeah, let me just come. Kabiru, it seems you go to Africa, you're tasting every stuff, man. Kai and Kidola, Kai no be ogogoro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kai is like it's a locally made gin. You know, I think the environment in which they make it, if you see where they make it, you start giving second thought to consume that stuff. I know you want to try a lot of things in Africa, but man, just be careful. People have died by consuming that Kai and Guguru thing. You know, if you're going to consume some things like that, you need to be sure of the source, where it's coming from. You know, you need to take off your hurt. You know, people to put certain stuff inside and how to make it. You know, I know you like the African traditions, drinks and food, but just be careful. That's what I'm gonna say.
Thank you. Wado.
All right. That's
Kidola.
anyways, guys. Let's do our closing statements on this topic. What like in your
Yeah, let
closing,
me.
do you think
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some of these traditions, definitely Africans should
Mhm.
challenge it and do away with it, or there's a reason why they got are against his goats, or this is just a backward thinking. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think to
I
me
will start. I
it
will
is
start
clear.
because I like to go. I will start and I will be quick. After
Okay.
Damos, three streams about African system is enough. Welcome back home. Welcome back to America.
Thank you.
And let us go back to our neurology classes, man. We all know Africa, okay?
Well,
Thank you very much.
thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, let me just say this. I think to me, modernity, is the way forward. Sometimes I say modernity, people think you need to be westernized. No, you have to be modern. Modern does not mean westernized. Western people have their cultures and tradition that we don't need to inherit. But modernity is what is gonna make us come to light. And I notice in Africa, we just respect older people for no good reason, even if they are stupid. And when they say things, it's like we don't need to challenge them because it's an older person. We need to challenge them. If someone is stupid, is old, and he says something and we don't accept it, we need to say, well, I don't believe what you're saying. And there's nothing wrong for us to we have to challenge it, because I've noticed it start playing more in little children, because we are in the West. Young children in the West will challenge their dad and their father. We ask them questions, and because of that, they are learning more. They are getting more conscious in the society. They ask a lot of questions. But in Africa, a child trying to ask a question that they are curious, and they say, "Hey, you can't ask that question because you're a child." That is completely wrong. Asking a question to another person does not mean they are disrespectful or they don't like you. We need to ask, allow them, let them talk. This tradition of just respect old people because they are old, it makes no sense. That's why we still have someone that is 40 years plus in power in Cameroon. Now they call him Le Père, they call him the father, because people just think he's an older person. You can't challenge him. It builds up. So this tradition, we need to keep them. We need to get rid of them. Any tradition that is not progressive, that's not helping our culture, we need to eradicate them completely. It takes time. We need to look for an army of people who think like us, and we challenge these old people. Yeah, if we don't do that, we'll always be the shithole of the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, Kabiru, go ahead.
Yeah, I hope that the cultures in West Africa don't change because like what happened to your guy. I hope that it continues to occur. I hope that people continue to live in those houses that you have, like those huts. And I hope that, people get those masks and stuff like that. Because when I was there, I really enjoyed the old African tradition because they cannot stop it from coming into the country because there are a lot of people that believe in old African tradition. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, like the food that you eat and stuff like that. And I hope that it continues. But, me being in America and it being 2024, I believe that if you go to Africa and, you're giving advice, just respect the law of the land and follow the advice, and you won't be in trouble. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, Kidola, closing statement.
Yeah, that is Kabiru. That is Kabiru, man. Oh God.
Kidola, Kabiru is from Niger.
Yeah, Kabiru is from Niger, man. Kabiru is like enjoyment, You like to see, like to take specialty to see the other side of the God, man. So
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
okay. So see, African traditions, there's a tradition I think we need to knock off.
Yeah.
And those traditions are the one really setting us back.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because Africa have some knowledge of some herbs that can make you hallucinate. You understand me? Sometimes they believe in this hallucination because this our ancestors never really tell us the truth that some of these herbs that they use it to people, the person in trance, it's just hallucination. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Haitian people also have it, Haiti people. That's what they
Yeah.
also use in their area. They say somebody is zombie. You understand?
Yeah.
So African, some of this tradition they believe have something to do with something that never really exists. Was just a very old man who just wake up one day and said goat is bad in this society. It
Yeah.
might just be his own personal interest. He don't want to see goat. It might
Right.
be he have goat anxiety. You understand? He just say goat is bad because you want to eat certain type of meat all the time, all the time, all the time. I
Right.
think we need to really do away with some of this tradition that is not good. We can keep some of the good tradition that we have, but there's some tradition we think, let it just go. That's why up to today it's affecting our leaders. Our leaders, they also believe in this nonsense. That's why they're not ruling us well. You just check anywhere there's a black man ruling in a country as the head of state, it's always backward. You understand? Because he just believe his own nonsense, his own type of voodoo mind. You understand? So let us, if now it's a capitalist system, we should embrace, we should do that, but in our own terms, in our own way of capitalists. Don't go and be doing the other one. Like what you're doing now. This goat really, you're building a ranch and everything. It's very good, very quiet. But I was
Yeah.
surprised that Ghana still keep such an ancient tradition.
Yeah.
It's their culture. I think the culture might be too thick. You cannot really, you can't really do away with it. So you just have to take the goat away from there. They go to the other yeah, villages and enjoy your goat farm. And if you eat
But
goat,
but you see in the village they love the goat pepper soup there. But
oh,
how
well,
come
well.
the God don't tell them to stop eating goat?
That's what I don't understand because I was eating. I like goat meat a lot. I eat a lot of goat pepper soup. That even so, even some people will say you will go to a place to eat pepper soup, you will find out that the person even went to steal the goat.
Wait, the pepper soup seller, gets
The pepper soup seller, the person that have the pepper soup joint, even stole the goat. He stole the goat to sell the soul restaurants. You'll be saying,
what?
what is going on? So goat, I think goat meat is very. I like goat meat a lot than
Yeah.
sheep. That sheep.
I mean, it's a great investment in West Africa,
Oh
especially
yeah,
people love the goat. They love
yeah,
them.
because that's what I said. Because I grew up in a farm whereby my grandfather have about 30 to 40 goats. You
Yeah.
understand? So sometimes it's selling the children when it's good, something like. And this goat, we can't really eat them because this goat, when they see you far away, they recognize you, and they will follow you back home.
Yeah.
You understand? So I grew up in an area like that. So from with my grandfather.
So then it's good for people to come and establish, commercial, well organized farming,
Yeah,
where like look at in my space is big. I got, I'm keeping the goats there, organized, feed them, and
yeah. And for them, you can see the people in Gambia called the bank, those American couple, the bank family.
yeah,
They're doing farming there. They're
yeah,
doing vegetables. They're doing all kind of things there. They have
yeah,
their own space. They eat their food, what they grow over there. They make some money out of it. So farming is far more better because farming, um, you can eat your own food. You understand?
right,
You will never go hungry. Not like people like you that come from America that have the you people have really American type of ranching. You have your house there, your personal house, you have everything there, you have your security. So you'll be seeing your ranch. You
right.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they use that more rest of mind because it's not a business that will say, oh, uh, my product destroyed or get expired. You understand me? It's
Right,
a business whereby if you want a goat, if I want to sell my goat, I sell my goat. If I want to buy
right.
more goat, I buy more goat. You start,
Yes, if you want to sell chicken, you sell
you sell
chicken. If
chicken.
you want to sell your turkey, so it's a
It's
all
a good
rounded.
business.
It's a great business.
It's a great business. The American couples, the American couple you met in Gambia, are they also doing business like this?
Well, I've met several people. So some people are, into construction, some are into farming. So we will see how it all comes about. But
So a
um,
lot of them came with their own what they're looking for, right?
right,
That's good, man. Because you live in America, what you're doing is the best. You invest in there while you still chasing some of your things in America. You
right,
understand? Now
right,
you have a shock. You kind of like have an electric shock from people that you didn't trust. Thank God that you lost some money, but Time when you're able to you think you're able to bounce back. Now I think this will more you will not be too much emotions anymore towards them anymore. You understand
Oh
me?
no,
You
no,
know, because
I've learned how ruthless,
yeah,
these people can
oh,
be.
yeah,
You
that's
see,
what I mean.
Ola, Zongo said, "Oh, I came late." Do you think Zongo is running away because it's a Ghana man show today?
Yeah, I think so because Zong is very, very, it's a very, very, Ghanaians are very, very secretive.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
understand me? They
also
can,
hold on, Spellcaster. Thank you for the PayPal. I saw it. Thank you for the PayPal, guys. Please hit the like or feel free to hit the PayPal or
Zongo, you
super
would have come
super.
in time.
So so Zongo is is hiding. He doesn't want
Oh,
to come here.
yeah, because I don't want to talk about his Ghana tribal.
Yeah.
It might be his own village even. He does just try to run away from it. Does Zongo look very fresh now? He's with a black American, so he's eating that pasta with cheese and then
He's here.
then out of the blue lasagna and Zongo wants to start preaching about eating healthy vegetables and well Zongo forget about his fufu and the granola soup and the goat meat inside. You understand me?
I mean,
So
Zongo,
all
what's the deal with Brocombe
all,
region? Are you familiar with Brocombe where Fred? You know Fred
I mean, Breakum,
Brocombe?
yeah,
Yeah.
Breakum. Okay, what is
So
going on?
like Fred, the guy, he's a farmer there, and
I actually missed the show. I'm just coming in.
oh well, they said their tradition there. They don't allow goats in the community after the man already created his farm. So the discussion is some of the traditions that pro poverty, it's keeping African people in poverty. And like all these chiefs talking about they're the custodians of the land, the message came from the gods. What do you make of that?
So he's saying like in the town in the city of Breakum, you're
In
not allowed.
his region, in
Yeah,
yes, in his region there.
yeah, you're not allowed to rear goats over there. Is that what
That's
he said?
yeah, but he's had the goats for 5 years.
So what? So was he arrested for that or what?
No, they want his farm to move. They want him to move everything.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah. So
Yes, yes, yeah. So actually, this if based on was it a video or was it an article?
no, this guy has a YouTube channel. Like I have
Okay.
shown the videos. You would have to go back and look
Yeah. Was it
or
from
check out.
Ghana?
Yeah, Ghana. Yeah,
The one who owned the farm was from Ghana too.
yeah. He's from Ghana. He came to the States, was educated here, made his money, went back and invest. He is there himself. So the topic, is about investment. Like some of the African traditions, cultures, taboos that are anti-investment because clearly those people are against progress because he created the farm,
I think
employed people, and people are making money, the community is progressing. So somehow their gods is against that.
yeah, I think you underscored the overall description of what you said. Anti-progress. I
Yes.
mean, I mean, can you imagine like having a livestock farm that you can create employment for people. The community is going to benefit something from it, and then I mean, people are going to be well fed too. I
So
mean,
why do these chiefs, quote unquote, have the power there to decide this for the people still?
I don't know. Like for some reason, I don't know why a lot of I mean, I don't know why a lot of people, quote unquote, in the name of tradition, because like the tradition actually, it doesn't benefit the masses. It benefits just a selective few. I don't know why
Right.
people are oblivious of that reality, because if your chief is fool, he can sell your land to any foolish man from outside, and then because it's your tradition, oh, we have rich cultural tradition. We are very proud of our tradition. We even boast that we have good culture than FBAs. But in reality, these FBAs are really smart than this archaic tradition that we supposedly have. You know.
Right. Well, it looks like Ghana must learn from Nigeria and Gambia on how to, allow investments to flourish. Right, Kidola?
I mean, from
Oh yes.
Hmm?
mhm.
Oh yes. Go on, Zogo.
No, go on, Kidola. Let me
No,
think.
because some of this tradition in Africa is not just only in Ghana. There's some traditions they say, man, you know, take these things off. You understand? And some of these traditions, there's a tradition okay you can keep, but there's a tradition that say, man, this tradition is like it's been set up by some chiefs about 15, 30 something years ago because you want to dominate. You understand me? You know, Africa of the past also have propaganda also.
Right.
Do you think it's easy to rule a whole large tribe and you think the propaganda is not involved? A lot of propaganda involved in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
their nonsense. You
yeah.
Yeah.
understand me? So they also play on your mind.
That's why they blame it on the gods, quote unquote.
They said the gods. So a lot of things were going on. Those are also that were, if you think and say, how do you just fall into this trap? But that was still going on. I think that guy might be from that tribe. That's why they believe it. That's what they asked him to leave. Don't be surprised. Might not be paying homage to the chiefs. He might not be giving money every Christmas or festival to the
That's
chiefs.
what I saw. Somebody wrote that in the in the chat section. They said, you know, I mean, is he not bringing Christmas gifts?
You know,
But in all honesty though, like this the Chiefs in within I mean I'll speak in the case of Ghana. I mean they are they don't really have authority. Their role is more like
Yeah,
ceremonial.
but these ones they have power because even the central government could not stop this. I'm telling you, like, hey, I've heard this ceremonial talk, but nah, these guys do have power because the farm definitely moved. So miss us with the ceremonial talk.
he, but
He had to move.
he can actually sue them at the law the court of
Yeah,
law.
but how can like these African places, like the chief there against you? What's the purpose of fighting? Now they're gonna do all their weird magic stuff, attacking your place, like you wouldn't have a peace of mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
You wouldn't.
constantly doing some bullshit. Like when I went to Gambia, like I got sued, over my own freaking land,
Maybe the judge.
and they went and got their own marabou and everything. I saw the marabou, and
Yeah,
I video recorded him.
maybe. Yeah, maybe even the judge knows the chief and he's um yeah. You
No,
have a
like
point.
because it's like okay, like because he's from there, fighting them would be hard. But in that community I was at, I'm not from there, so I can go all out. You see, like all out. Dwayne said, could he not have offered the chief 10 goats as a gift? Slash Brian.
um,
No, see, Dwayne, the chief and his council of elders, the gods have already spoken to them. So taking that goat would be an abomination.
Yeah,
they wait for too long. They wait
Huh?
for too long. He was not bringing for the 5 years. He didn't bring no goat. He didn't bring no gin. He didn't bring no Johnny Waka. He didn't bring no koyak. So they get fed up of him. And look, when these African chiefs are said move, you need to move because they are the custodians of
yeah,
these territories. You understand? They
yeah,
have their men. They have the youth.
Yeah.
Working the youth army. They have the women. They have all
Mm-hmm.
kind of people there. So they are very,
Yep.
very powerful. So no
yeah.
Yep.
matter
But
what court you take them to or
mhm.
how long you sue them, you can't bold enough to come over there. They will destroy your business.
Yeah, you
I don't.
can't stop. Because he said
But
Fred said they gave him the warning that the time they gave him, if he doesn't move, they're gonna send their youths over to come kill the goats
yeah,
because the God said these goats gotta go.
I mean this. I mean, man, these cultures, man, this backward cultures. Man, do they realize that? I mean, Afridamos at this day and age, do we like? Do Africans, certain groups still have to give authority to their chiefs? Like, cause they don't have over all the knowledge about how the country works. Actually, cause for me, if you ask me, I would say like the nation states that we have now is more advanced, or it's a bigger tribal ethnic group, if so to put it, than this smaller groups that we
Little
have in our,
groups.
yeah, we have in ours. Because within a nation state, the executive branch, they have Department of Labor, Agriculture, with ICT. The chiefs, they have no knowledge about ICT. They have no knowledge of defense, and are they going to fight the old way of fighting or modern warfare?
Are
They don't
these or
care.
are they just the village gang members? Like, let's like, I mean, because they can just, I mean, like, that's why the traditions, they gotta go. Like, let's just go by what makes sense. Like, look, the person on the land, they can put whatever they want to put
We'll
there.
do,
Like,
yeah,
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 and that's
I think the chief went too far. I think this thing can also happen in Nigeria, but I think not. They might come and ask, why don't you pay the elder man, the chief, some homage? You know, understand? I think the guy was too selfish with his
yeah.
goat. You know,
Homage
like,
is a way
okay,
of
chief,
you think he was too selfish with if he so
he
if
was too
he
selfish. He was too selfish with the goat. And this man, once they wait for that goat is not coming, they get fed up of you, then they will just tell you to move because they think you're a bad human being. Their mindset is different from somebody that live in Accra or Kumasi, the city
yeah,
part of it. So these people mindset is still they still pray to their ancestors by pouring water or breaking
yeah
the whatever the cola nut, whatever they break to pray for the ancestors. So this but mindset is not just honorary mindset. You understand?
yeah,
So you when you're dealing with these people, you have to be a little bit very careful. So when they ask you to move, you need to move. When you do move, you start seeing some of African magic started pumping out of your farm. You understand? So you just have to move. If you can move the goat, move the goat. If you want to sell it, sell the goat. Maybe you have to go and look for somewhere else to establish your business. That's just the truth. Because once the whole society there, it's already decision being taken. Zongo is talking like this now because Zongo live maybe in the city part of Ghana. He born there, grew up there. His parents in not in
no,
that
no,
state.
no, 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 that's not true. Because I mean,
Then you just
Afdamas,
come and marry black American woman that just give you the cheese,
Afdamas,
yeah
Afdamas. Ola,
burritos.
Ola. You see, for me, growing up in Ghana, I've never been from the majority tribe, right? Even growing up in Ghana, even if they ask, "Oh, you're Ghanaian," they're always gonna ask, "Where are you from?" And for me, where I'm from, like, cause we came from somewhere, it's always like it has always been hard for me to find like a place where like my great grandparents actually really call home, because like we migrated from, you understand, like, so it's really hard. So for you to tell me to go back to Ghana, I'm like, to where? Like, it's mostly the majority are the ones ruling the place. So I'm not gonna restrict myself in the name of Pan-Africanism and go back. I'm gonna go everywhere where it's gonna
where they're
benefit me.
welcome. Yeah.
Exactly, it's gonna benefit me as a person, right? So if
Mhm.
you're gonna tell me if I buy a land and the chief, some ignorant chief has authority of my land, when I can go to Gambia and get a free land from someone without any, ignorant person, why not go over? Why not go over there? It's
Zongo.
Right.
just, it's
So can
just,
I do something? Your tribe, right?
it's no
Your
rocket science.
your tribe did fight. They didn't have warriors to fight and occupy a lot of land. Where's your tribe from? Where do you people settle? You know, you people
No,
didn't have a lot of land space like Sonike people. Ghana,
Well,
no, no,
maybe
no, no, no.
American royalty knows where Zongo is from. He said Zongo and Afridamus look very similar West Africans, and they are both from Islamic backgrounds. So, Afridamus, are you and Zongo ancestrally the same people? You both have similar cranial structure and are Islamic. Who are
no,
the Soninke to Zongo?
no, it can
Amazing.
be, it can be true because a lot of Sonike settled in Nigeria also. You
Yeah.
understand me? There also Seneca tribes in Nigeria also. You understand? You know, I was surprised that an Hausa man was saying that his ancestors is from the Seneca tribe. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, If you go to Nigeria towards the Borno, the Kano,
Hmm.
and even the
Like
southern,
nothing.
the northern Nigeria,
Hmm.
yeah, they were, this the Soninke formed the jihadis that started invading the the southern part of Nigeria at first. You understand me? So the Soninke didn't really settle alone in Mali, what you call today Gambia and other places. The Soninke tribes spread all over West Africa. You understand?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I mean, our ancestry, like from Kassina, like they were fighting. You know, this the Africans. They were fighting over imamship, Afrodamas.
Yeah,
They were using sorceries to fight over imamship,
of
and our
course.
and our family they couldn't survive that because people were dying because
Yeah,
imam was
because
like
of
really.
they are fighting over imamship, but they are using they say they believe in the Arab, but they're using their African spirituality to throw bombs at each other. Go figure.
That's the right thing, actually. That's what I was told, right? So they had to migrate from where they came from, actually. So they settled in present day Togo, and they made the Kotkoli tribe, the Tem tribe over there. They
Yeah.
were in like they were mostly like practicing their indigenous religion. And a family you are against what happened to you in Kasina, but then you came and you Islamized those people over there, and you married them, and then you became part of them. Then you migrated further to the Volta region of Ghana, and then you migrated further to Cove Town in the eastern region. So like that's like our migration path was like.
Okay.
So so I'm not from northern Ghana. I'm not like but we've been there prior to this whole nation state was created. In fact, there's a lot of people. I mean, usually it's mostly minorities that travel within. In fact, most Africans travel among countries that even travel internationally. Africans, I'm sure you know the statistics, right? Because according to AU, most Africans travel within Africa
Within
than
Africa. Yeah.
even
West Africa.
exactly than
Hmm.
internationally. So
Right.
Yeah, most
people,
most West Africans are from nearly the whole family, man. They travel among each other there. I was surprised in Guinea they have Igbo people there. Igbo, they call it the Igbo tribe also in
yeah,
Guinea.
yeah,
I was very surprised, you know what I mean? Igbo of Guinea. These are people that migrate there very, very long time, even before the white man came. You understand? So that set is also going on in Gambia now. In Gambia, Aphrodite, do you think these Nigerian guys that came there to settle them out, build a house and live, they will never leave.
I know.
You know,
Those people are very settled in.
huh?
I
yeah.
said they are very
But,
settled in. They are
Yeah,
settled in.
so they're not going to go nowhere. So that's their home now.
but
Hmm.
Even
Africa
though
is
they
a
came from Nigeria, but sooner or later they will merge into something there. You
Right.
understand?
but
So
look at like the most of like the traditional uh uh power structures that we have in West Africa, like let's say Ghana, Nigeria. I mean, these people they have the land. They probably most investment that come into their region or land, they get some kind of like dividend or royalty funds. But if you go to their palace, it's not even close to what is the Europeans have. I'm Afidam like. So can you imagine like kind of the leadership you have over there, and you're gonna let them rule over a land? No wonder they were selling humans in the in the 14th century or so, or the 16th century, right? So I think the time has come that those people they don't deserve any power among the masses. The power has to be redirected to the smart ones. Actually, people who are in charge of the people who are actually smart. I mean, science and technology is the way forward. Actually, if you ask me, because now if you want to compete, you gotta have that knowledge in science and technology. Because if someone want to
So
destroy you,
so so how are they gonna how can people get rid of them?
man, it's hard. I'll tell you, Afinamas. Even there was one time in Ghana, they were trying to teach people that eating this fufu that Africans are really proud of. Oh, this is our culture food. People just were bashing that religious preacher that eating fufu give a lot of people diabetes in the country.
Oh, so they were mad.
They were mad. They were like, "How dare you? tell us to forsake our cultural food and stuff like that. But then the history shows that even the cassava, the plantain, it never originated from that region. It came from elsewhere.
Yeah, from South America,
South
the
Americans.
Portuguese brought it.
So you like what the Portuguese brought you? You don't like the new ones they are bringing to you now? Like you want to claim of a culture that doesn't really belong? Like where?
Right. So that's what I mean by like some like these traditions, like because most Africans don't even bother to find out where this even how they came about. It's just some people that made it up. I hate to tell you, but that's what it is. And it's not progressive. It's not helping anyone, and that's that. You know, that's just how it is. And I don't know why people are not seeing it that way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but you
crazy.
have to understand, to change African culture, I think some of the culture will dilute themselves, but to totally change it because this culture will be fought over and won over. I will tell people the culture is very, very thick. To penetrate it is very,
No,
very
like
thick.
the negative part of it.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
say the
Ignorant.
negative part of it.
The culture
That's
is
what,
thick. The culture is very thick means that a lot of people are ignorant. That's what it means
yeah,
actually.
right.
look, Zongo, you're saying that because you live in America, you're saying that possibility you might marry to an African descendant, but you're not married to an African. If you say this to your wife that's an African, maybe Gambia,
Yeah,
Mali, they will tell you shut up your mouth. You understand?
yeah.
Straight
I
up.
know. I know. Even
You
my
know what I mean? Because
yeah.
that's why in West Africa you can marry a woman from Mali, Senegal, but out of the blue, you that from Nigeria, you will almost believe in the same thing. You understand?
Mhm.
Mm.
Because it's all the same story. That's just the truth. The geography might be different in West Africa, but don't be surprised. Okay, I eat Nigeria jollof. Maybe my Senegalese wife can be making Senegalese jollof. The more you eat it in your mouth, you say, "Oh, okay, this Senegalese jollof is the best." You start you start putting the other jollof. That's just the truth. You know, women, wives are like your mothers. You understand me?
Yeah.
They groom you slowly into their type of food. You understand? And because you both believe in the same type of African culture and
Hmm.
similar way of life, it might be different way of a name. But if you just tell your wife, "Oh, this African culture is bad," he will look at you and say, "Man, just shut up your mouth and move on." You understand
And
me? You know
yeah,
that what do African people roll. That's just the truth. So
Yeah.
Zongo, try to integrate your wife into the fufu club. And,
No, no, no. I eat it, but I'm just saying I don't eat on constant basis.
oh
I'll
yeah,
try
how
I
about
try.
Banku? Banku.
I don't know. I don't eat it at all.
Zogo,
I
what is the
mean,
problem between Nigeria and
Can I get
Ghana?
in?
Even in football, sorry, even in football, Nigeria and Ghana, they're fighting for match. They don't even play together, but they just the nations there. What is going on?
yeah, right. You said earlier that Ghanaians are very secretive. In what way, Ola? In
no,
what way? In what way?
no. Because as a Ghanaian,
Can I
let's just
get
be
in?
honest. In football, if you go to
I
Twitter,
can find one
if you
second,
go
one
to
second.
if you go to Twitter space, if you go to YouTube, if you go to
Yeah.
this Ghana Nigerians are just at their neck. You understand me? This
Hmm.
marriage of a thing, they cannot divorce each other.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like married that okay, you are not good, I'm not good. Okay, you're not good too. Ghana and Nigeria, they're like,
If I lose, it means you gotta lose too, or something
oh,
like that, right?
Ghana,
Did Ghana lose?
Oh
oh,
no, the African Cup of Nations, yes they did.
no,
Oh, so
Nigeria,
Ghana is home like Gambia, Senegal, and all of them.
yeah. So Nigeria is there. So Ghana is pissed.
Nigeria is playing South Africa, and I've seen the South Africans talking smack too.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Let's bring in I Can Fire on the traditions here. I Can Fire, welcome to the Afridamus report.
Hello, hello, my
I,
people. What's up?
I Can Fire, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. Glad to see you again.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do you make of
Hey,
the traditions that are hindering, the progress of Africans?
hey, listen. This is what I have to tell you, right? The government alone can change things. You feel me? The government need to send soldiers, shoot the chiefs, and tell the people that only the government have rule and only the
Wait, wait,
constitution.
wait. You want these chiefs shot?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As an example, you go shoot the chiefs or shoot one or two chief and tell the rest of them step down because only the constitution rule. You feel me?
Okay.
All these other individual rulers is opposing the constitution, and you are going to be shot or locked the fuck up if you continue. That's how I see it. The government can do it. You feel me?
Ola, what do you think about? What do you guys think about what he's suggesting here?
It's not gonna happen because a lot of people, like for instance, in the case of Ghana, the Ashantis, they believe in their ethnic group and they believe that Ashanti King is the overall seer of that
Yeah, but
group.
yeah, but if the
Ho-
Ashanti
Hold on, hold
president,
on, hold on, hold on,
if
hold on,
the
hold on, because you have to understand these politicians are also in power by
Because
means
of those chiefs.
by
yeah, but
means.
hold on, hold on,
Hold
hold
on,
on. Yeah,
let
hold
me.
on, Zango.
I'm trying to
No,
make a
hold
point.
on, no, hold on, Zango. Hold on, Zango. Because I'm not trying to rationalize anything. Just listen what I'm saying. Right? The we are all hypocrites. You feel me? Chief, government, everybody is hypocrites. So let's do it. Let's think about things this way. Right? First of all, white things are implemented freely. Church, everything. The chief, a Christian, all of them bitches, Christians. How is that? Why is that? Anyway, I'm talking about this now. Now, white people never stopped the chiefs. White people in the colonies could have stopped the chiefs if they wanted to, but having this type of division was good for white people. It was always good for white people, or they would have got rid of them.
But
But, but
I can find the white people are not the ones suffering. This is Africans
no,
suffering
are
by
you
the
listening
hands
me?
by the hands of
Hold on.
Africans.
Yeah, but listen what I'm saying, outlaw. Outlaw. When colonization was in full process, the white man who was the colonizer get to decide what the Africans do. In case you didn't know, so they maintain chiefdom.
You
What I'm
mean
trying to say to you is
you
they
mean the
maintained it. They maintained it because it kept division in our communities, and it made the white man fully manipulative. Like he can fully manipulate all of that because he could just be friends with that chief and tell that chief to go kill those people in the other tribe if the chief wasn't with him. So it was good for white people. That's why they didn't stop it. So we
was hold
have
on,
to
hold on.
look into.
Yeah, but it was good for those chiefs too because they didn't see themselves as one. You kind of make it seem as if those chiefs and their group saw the other
Yeah, but
African.
they didn't have no decision in it. They didn't have. Listen, the
Yeah,
white man could have
see, but
stopped.
when you are
The
talking,
white man could have.
hold on.
Listen, the white man could have killed every chief and told
But
them
okay,
only constitution rule,
wait.
and it had to happen.
But I okay, the white man is not in the picture here in this one. This is
Yeah, but I
the
didn't start with the white man. I started with the government can change things if they wanted to.
Yeah, I'm making a point, and you are not even making
you
me.
gotta let
All right,
Zongo also talk.
okay, go.
Yeah, I was saying like the government. Who are the government? I mean, the political party in power is the people that voted them into power, right? So if the people are dumb, they're not gonna do the right thing for them. If what they're gonna implement it's not it doesn't garner a lot of popularity within the public, they're not gonna do it, right? They're not gonna do it. I mean, we stay in Ghana. We know like most of um our revenue come from corporate tax and then if you don't have enough, We go to the international banking system to get euro bonds to finance our project, but yet they don't tell the public about this. The opposition parties always blaming the new party that, oh, you're going outside taking loans and this and that, and when we know we don't have enough businesses that generates more revenue for us, or our people are not even paying more taxes to get enough capital to finance most of our project. I mean, everybody knows, but opposition parties, they don't play this kind of politics. They're gonna convince the masses that, oh, this party is not the current party in power are not doing the right thing. So the incumbent government are not gonna go and implement a policy that will attract negativity from the public, that will even push them to vote for the alternative party. They're not gonna do it. It's counterproductive for their end, because you have to understand that they are in the policy business to stay in power for a long time.
Yeah,
So
see, I understand what you're saying, Zunga, and I understand the status quo, and I'm just trying to. I don't. I know what I'm saying um is not going to happen. You feel me? But I'm just saying that these, like say Nana Akofo, right? He's from their con, right?
that's what I
All
chimp.
he gotta do is give out the order that he is all of everybody chief. He got to say, yo, I'm everybody chief. And all chief got to step down. Or else, before I step down out of this, all of you will be gone. By force,
But
or you do it voluntarily.
Afinamas,
Go and get Go
why
and
do
get a job and teach your family to go work. Teach your family trade and let them
No.
go work.
what's going
Okay.
on?
Let's bring in
Yeah.
Raven.
Now,
Let's what,
before he comes on, I just wanted to say something. Why do we like all the time the governments, like why do
it's
you
not
have
the
to, like why do you always say that all the time? You think Akufo-Addo has knowledge of all the departments within the government in his branch? He doesn't know everything about like what is going on.
Well, he should.
You know, he's not gonna know anything. Even in the US, Biden doesn't know everything.
Listen. What I'm saying is, right? It's going to take a full army to change anything in Ghana. You talking about tribes of 3 million, 5 million. You understand? 10 million. These are the tribes, right? In Ghana, the size of them. You cannot be a small individual and talk about the chief should step down. No, 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 no. You need the head of the government to to give them a directive and threaten them with the fucking army. Sorry, sorry.
Look. I think, have you ever been to Africa? Do you know the setup of Africans? Which army you want to threaten a chief with?
First
And
of all, you don't love black women, so I don't have no talk with you, dude.
hold on, because somehow, no, because so somehow sometimes this guy, when he come over, you talk about government threatening them with army. Do you think these armies, these soldiers, they come from some certain tribes? Do you think African tribes are just like, oh, now I'm the god? This the president we talk about, the head doesn't come from a tribe. So you're gonna set up hold on. You're gonna set up a fire that we're not able to quench. So you don't know, you speak somewhere far away. If you understand African tribes, you know how they navigate their system. You understand? Even when you're a smaller tribe.
A lot of those people wanna.
Because I don't like people. I was there telling you that let's you are in Nigeria, you married to if somebody, if a woman from Mali, and you say, oh, that culture is not good, we will tell you, shut up your mouth and move on. So the way you speak, you don't know the setting of African cultures, the way they operate.
I'm, I'm just talking on a hypothetical level. You feel me?
So don't say things,
Not real.
don't say things that is not possible. Because you're dealing with Africans, we know the way the settings is being done. I come from
Dude,
different
dude,
tribes.
hold on. Dude, you're married to a white
No,
woman. Everything is
forget this marriage of a thing.
everything is
Just forget
anything
this
is
marriage of a thing.
possible.
With everything
Anything
you
is
talk about,
possible.
everything you talk about,
Stop the stop the
the company
coughing.
you work in, the company. Oh,
Let
okay,
me get a talk.
okay,
Let me get a
hold on.
talk.
Okay,
Let
no,
me
no,
get
you
a
talk
talk.
about me. You
No,
talk about me.
hold on. Let me get a talk.
No,
I'm not
let's dot.
discriminating.
Hold on, let's
Listen,
dot speak,
hold
guys.
on,
Guys,
hold on. I'm not
Let him.
discriminating, right? But I'm trying to say to you that your tribe
Uh-huh.
allows you to do a lot of things. So anything is possible, bro. And a lot of African people, they don't know what freedom is. They need the taste of freedom, and a lot of these tribes holding them under duress, and you don't know. You feel me? A lot of tribes need to free up. This whole bunch of
That's
what you call
hold on.
sentence.
Hold on,
This
hold
whole
on,
bunch of
hold on. Let
censorship.
me read this. Eric said, I agree with Icon Fire. If you're an African man and you don't love African women, I can't trust you. I think that is for Kidola.
Okay. For that one, you see, this guy's always coming. We said,
You
"Oh, you
want
don't
to be
marry
in
to a
the
black woman."
forefront.
No, hold on. You don't marry to a black woman, my brother. If you understand Africa, you understand Africans don't deal with colors like you deal with colors, and
You
and
know,
you
because, I will have to do a separate show on should
And that's why.
Africa, can you trust African men that marry white women? I'm gonna do a show on this.
okay,
I want,
okay,
That's why
and
hold on,
Afrodamus,
hold on, Kyogo. Hold on, Kyogo.
Afrodamus.
yeah.
This guy's always talking about race and everything. While you live in a white man country, you enjoy the white man food. You don't eat African food. You don't even eat fufu. You don't even eat
Hold on,
jollof rice. You don't eat
Hold on,
nothing.
It's
Hold on,
Kidola.
Kidogo. I oh sorry, Kidola. I'm from the West, right? We have a reason to be over here. The Africans don't have no reason to be over here. So so
Why
wait,
are
so
you talking about?
you can't hold on, wait, man. So you can't really blame us for being over here. But I'm just saying to you, boss man. I'm just saying to you, boss man. Africa needs to win, and if you are not coloristic in this coloristic world, well, ask yourself why you're losing. You need to understand why you're losing because
Hold on.
you need to be as Africans more black focused. You
Hold
feel
on.
me?
You know
That's the
why?
Hold on.
problem.
Let me ask Icon Fire. Icon, are you human first or black first? Which one?
Oh, I'm both first.
No, you
I'm a
can't
black,
be both. No, are you human
no,
first or black first?
I'm a
You gotta
black
pick one.
human. I'm a
No,
black
no,
human
no, no.
first.
Wait, no. Are you black first or human first?
Black and human first. How can I
You
answer that question
see,
separately? You stupid.
you
How
see,
can
Well,
I answer that
you
question?
see, Afrodamus, you
What?
see this.
How can no, bro? Stop, Kidogo, stop. You feel me? Just listen to what I'm saying. First of all, you have black humans, white humans, Chinese humans, Indian humans. Now, you cannot separate humanity from
answer
none of
the
them.
question. Answer the question. I can
I am
fire.
both first. I am a
Stop
black.
dancing. No, I
I'm a
asked you
black
a simple
human being
question.
first.
I asked you a simple question, and you're over here dancing all over the place.
I'm a black human first. That's it.
Okay. You see, Akafaya, let me tell you your problem. You
But
see,
you see the problem.
hold on. You see, if I stand, you stand, right? The confidence I will move as an African man, because I've never been defeated by the white, but even when they colonized us, but they did defeat us or defeat me. You see, your point of view is that you'll be defeated. So when you be defeated, you start seeing the white man like your master. You
So
understand?
hold on, hold on. No, 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 Kidogo, you wrong. No, Kidogo, you wrong, Kodo. Kidogo, you wrong. You can't put that. No, you can't. No, you. No. You hold on,
Let me
Kidogo. You
speak.
can't.
Let me speak.
No,
So you open your
you.
mouth and
No, we
attack
are
my personal
accusing
life.
you. No, we are
So,
accusing you of that,
so,
Kidogo. How
so,
can you come and accuse me of the same thing, and I'm
so
accusing you of that?
you. Okay, that's good. You
But
came,
I can. Kidola, hold
you
on.
came and attack my personal life, which you have not to do. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but
I
Kidola,
don't see the race you seeing. I see
Bro,
me as a
bro,
human
you
being, right?
cannot
Hold on.
talk
Hold on,
consciousness.
hold on.
You
If
cannot
you
talk
get defeated,
consciousness and it's not in your action.
Hold on, guys. We're over 2 hours.
Okay,
Okay, do you guys want me to end this one and start a new show on the topic, on a different
No,
topic?
yeah,
continue.
yes, like
This one is too long. Let us end it here. Let me come back, and
So,
After,
so,
yeah,
let me address
so,
this guy.
so,
Don't give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
so,
yeah,
compare, the host. I'm asking you
yes,
something. Right?
yeah,
You see, I see
that was
your
people don't want to
issue.
leave.
Hold on, the host. I'm talking to the host.
yeah.
I see your issue in the Gambia, and I am what you'd call I I'm on your side. You feel me in terms of what I see also.
Man,
So,
for the first time, Icon Fire is on my side.
it's not the first time we black, so I'm always on your side. You feel me? But what I'm saying, big man, this is what Afrodamus. Our people need to be structured around their blackness, not nobody else's shit. What you have, we need a teaching to be proud and and to love seeing each other in luxury.
Okay.
You
Icon
know?
Fire. That is a. That's why I said let me just end this one. I would
That was
come
no.
right back,
Let
right
me
back.
you said something. Let me give me 2 minutes. I'm running up.
Okay.
I can fire. You see, if you talk like this, right, you can have these dreams of whatever you read in the
Let him
book.
change the show's topic, man, because it's
Yeah.
drifting. We are
Yeah,
moving.
I'll bring you guys back.
Okay.
I'm coming like right back, right back.
Okay.
Okay. Polygamous month in West Pro Africa all year round. Half caste baby hair So we're gonna come to that because I see that I can fire said and others in the chat saying you can't trust any African that's married to a white woman, and it seems like the color is a problem. And I've attended even some Tubab wedding, so I have
It's
video
the
that
mentality.
What does
I'm
that
going
It's the
to.
mean?
men-
What does that
I'm,
mean? Come to the next show and explain that to us.
I'm going to
yeah,
I'm going to show you guys a beautiful white queen that was getting married on the beach
yeah,
in the Gambia,
yeah.
and I'm
It's the mentality of these people that do it. It's the
well,
mentality.
okay.
Uh,
I will be right back.
You're just talking nonsense.
Yes, let me come right back. Okay, guys, stay tuned. Wait around. We are gonna be right back for the next show. Thank you.
Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I been all on my grind, so why I need you. Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I been all on my grind, so why I need you. Big flex, my swole up. Double cup and I'm pulled up. Niggas hating like hold up. What's the problem? I'm pulled